Okay, folks, we're back. This may be our final segment for the day. So I prefaced it by asking Warren his thoughts on our relationship with our strongest partner, and has been for 100 years, the Americans, and how Donald Trump has now said he's disappointed in the manner in which Australia and our government has been of assistance or offered assistance in recent problems. So I'm just asking Warren his thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, Trump's a tricky one to handle, and I think you'd find our government, as other governments, are using the fact of no formal request as an excuse not to offer.
Yep.
Would we, if we'd had, say, a coalition in government, would there be more on the front foot? I think they probably would have. This conflict in Iran, as we're now seeing, is in stalemate. You know, the original 4 to 6 weeks, then the 2 to 3. This is actually a bigger play, in my view, around China, Russia, the whole axis of alignment, and it does mean effectively sending a message about America being able to control that strait, whether it's the Iranians controlling it but denying the world oil.
Yep.
So look, Australia, I think, is walking a very fine line. I think Trump's got a lot of theatrics to him. I don't think we are doing permanent damage to the relationship with America, but it's a question actually of there's no doubt that our government, the ALP federal government, is more than happy not to be looking like they're doing things that Trump likes because of their politics.
Yep.
But I think there's certain issues you don't want to scratch the surface too hard with Australians, and when I think the economy number one, don't get that wrong, and they are. But Australians will start getting very nervous if we don't have our main security partner, the United States of America, happily by our side. So the government's got to watch itself.
You're a Donald man, aren't you?
Well, mate, I've always said he's one of the best marketers in the history of politicians. I mean, he charges people to put his name on the building. How good are you to be able to charge someone to put your name up on anyone's building?
He's a lot smarter than he sounds. And if you wanted to look for some sort of personality defect, it's that he wants to go down in history, and therefore he's impatient. So he wants to try and, I think, not only deal with the whole domestic progressive left and what he would see as pretty extreme stuff around all the gender and diversity stuff, and that program's well advanced, but he wants to try and deal with the big global conflict that's sitting there between essentially China and America, or China, Russia, Iran and the West, whatever you want to call it. And he's got an opportunity because China's economy is struggling, and the way to deal with China is not militarily, that'll be a disaster for everyone. It's to squeeze them economically. So it's to hit their inputs, their imports, their costs, which are oil and other resources, because they're resource dependent, just like Germany and Japan were 100 years ago. China's not in a good position. They must get stuff from overseas. Russia and China aren't. So Russia and America aren't. They've got everything they need, just about. But then the other thing is, if the world goes into a recession, then all of their exports get hit. And the thing that China's never been able to do is get that domestic economy going, because they're a communist dictatorship. There's no entrepreneurialism of note. And of course, when you start chucking tech billionaires in jail, people get a bit wary about making money. So the point being is, I think Trump's going for that bigger picture, and if there's an ego thing, it's he wants to get it done quickly. And of course, one thing we know in life is patience is a virtue, and if this is extremely risky stuff.
So it's a Napoleon complex.
Well, I think there are a lot of politicians have it, but look, I think Trump is dangerous. But I think for any of us who come from what was once regarded as the centre, he's sticking up for some principles around big government, around sort of wokeism and stuff that really runs counter to everything we built for thousands of years, you could argue. So I think that's why he gets a lot of support, and he's ruffling feathers. Let's see.
Well, I think...
Warren, thank you.
Cheers.
I think you're right.
Thanks, Vinny. Thanks,
Please,
Tony.
Thank you for your knowledge and your sharing of it. Thank you for that. Please comment on what you've heard during these chats with Warren. Join us, troll us, do whatever you want.
I love the trolls.
He loves the trolls. Vinny loves the trolls. Talk to us.